Hi guys, and welcome to the Konnichiwa Podcast Café, episode 3. I'm Mai, and these are my co-hosts, Yuria and Dan.
いらっしゃいませ。こんにちは、ポッドキャストカフェへようこそ。今日はお話をする私、ゆりえとまいちゃん、ダンです。よろしくお願いします。
Hey, good to be back.
さて、今日は何のドリンクを飲んでるのかな？
Ooh.
私はコーヒー。まいちゃん何？
オーツミルクが始まったみたいだからす
へー
ぐに行ってきてオーツミルクラテを飲んでます。
普通のラテと何が違うの？
オーツミルクは普通のラテは牛乳なんだけど、オーツミルクはオーツのミルクを使ったラテです。
Like, I didn't want to start the episode off on some kind of rant, but I feel like I just have to say something. The idea that oats have milk, it kind of strains credulity. Like, almonds, you know, they started with almonds and now oats. I don't know, not that almonds are any like more milky, but it's a bit odd, isn't it? Like, milk is milk and oats don't make milk.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I haven't drank normal cow's milk in years. I don't really like the taste of it. I think they started with soy milk.
Sure,
And
right.
then
That was
they did like the almond milk and
that was the slippery
I think
slope.
oats milk, tastes the best.
Cool. No, it's just something that really grinds my gears. I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. I'll calm down. I need to take another sip of my delicious beverage.
ダンは牛乳は牛から来て、他の、ソイミルクとかアーモンドミルクとかオーツミルクとかはミルクじゃないって言ってます。
私もね、本当はそれ心の中で思ってた。
Yuria was keeping it inside. She was bottling it up, so to speak, like one bottles up milk. But I was, venting, as one does a latte.
じゃあなんて表現するの？オーツミルクじゃなくてオーツ
ミルク。
Oat water. I mean, I get
that
why
doesn't
they do
sound
milk,
good.
right? Yeah, milk sounds good, and so that's why they do it. But
Yeah. Well, I have to say oat milk is really creamy and can be really flavorsome. I find almond milk a little bit more bitter at times depending on the brand. But yeah, oat milk is my favorite for sure.
cool.
今日はカルディで買ったイタリアンローストのコーヒーです。
あ、それ美味しいよね。
これが一番好き。やっぱ苦い、すごく。
It looks strong. Yeah. I'm drinking a orange Earl Grey. An orange Earl Grey. Basically, we got a box with a bunch of different Earl Grey teas, and they are like infused with different flavors. So we have jasmine, orange, peach as well. And I've cooled it down, and now it's sort of a zesty orange Earl Grey.
じゃあフルーツティーでいいってことかな？
そうだね。そんな感じだね。
It's good.
美味しそう。
So I just was at Starbucks before, and you know how they have seasonal cups for Christmas, and for now they have the Sakura cups for Sakura season. And what I always find is that when the time actually comes, so when it is actually Christmas, they have already run out of the Christmas cups, and they just did with the Sakura cups as well. So it's always kind of disappointing.
Right.
なくなっちゃうよね。その季節限定のカップ、あるじゃん。桜カップだったり、あとはクリスマスシーズンになったらクリスマスのおしゃれな紙コップが出てくるんだけど、その日になるともうないんだもんね。
そうそう、
不思議。
残念よね。
でもだってさ、でも桜ならまだわかるけど、クリスマスってクリスマスになっちゃったらもう次の日から使えなくなっちゃうもんね。
まあそれそうだね。確かにそう。
それまでに使わなきゃと思ってるんじゃないかな。多分。
I do like the seasonal drinks at Starbucks. Those are kind of fun, even though again I don't get them all the time. But I like that. Sometimes you'll go in and like the whole like pumpkin spice latte around Halloween or in fall kind of thing, and then now with Sakura, what are they doing with Sakura? Is it like a cherry kind of cherry frappuccino?
チェリーブロッサム？
でもなんか変わった気がする。
あ、そうなの。
今週ぐらいから。Do they do pumpkin spice lattes here in Japan? I don't think I've ever seen them.
They definitely do something around that time. I don't know. I'm 90% sure they do. But
Really? I know they do gingerbread lattes around Christmas. Pumpkin spice って日本でやってる？
やってるんじゃないかな多分ハロウィンの季節になったら。
I want to say they do, but you would probably know better than me. You're sort of a Starbucks loyalist.
But I always drink the same thing.
That's true.
で、みんな今週元気にしてた？
今週元気にしてた。もうちょっとさっきびっくりしたことがあってね、ちょっとレコーディング撮る前にピンポン鳴ったのね、でまあ普通はなんていうの機械で確認するじゃん。あの機械の名前なんだっけ？インターホンで確認するんだけど、もうインターホンで確認せずにドア開けてしまったんよ、そしたら男の人がおってびっくりしてて、本来顔鉢合わせることがないんやろうと想定してたと思うよね。
誰がお互い
断られると想定してたんよね。
So you were both surprised, right? There was a ring at the doorbell, and Yuria went to get it. Usually she checks on the inner phone, has like a video screen so you can see who's at your front door. But Yuria, she just didn't check it this time. She just opened the door, and apparently she kind of shocked, well, both herself and the person who was out front. It was a guy, yeah?
男の人、で、私この人やばい人かもと思ってやらかしたと思ったのね最初、そしたら、NHK ですって言われて、
それは一番やばいよね。
NHK わかる？一番やばいと思った。
Yeah, so NHK is the 日本放送 what is it? 株式会社? What does it stand for in NHK?
そうね。日本放送協会。
Okay, so NHK is the Nippon Hoso Kyokai. So it's the national broadcasting station. Basically, it's government-funded or, well, I guess tax-funded broadcasting. Kind of like BBC or something in the UK.
何がやらかした後やばいなと思ったのが NHK って普通に契約しなくてもテレビ見れるんよね。で、まあ半年に1回か2回ぐらいNHK 受信料払ってますかっていう確認の多分来客だと思うんやけど、まあ払いたくないよね。
Yeah, so this is something we don't have in the US to my knowledge, but as I understand it in the UK with the BBC, there's something kind of similar where you will pay, like you did saying, every 6 months or so they show up at your door and they ask you, like, are you paying the NHK tax kind of thing? And I don't know many people who feel good about paying this tax. Not that people feel good about paying taxes generally speaking, but there's something about this one that really rubs people the wrong way, and that's probably for a few reasons. But the most common defense is just to say you don't have a TV, and then they'll kind of try and like look in your windows or something, but you just sort of close the blinds.
Actually, Dave told me even if you have no TV, you still have to pay it.
Oh, really?
When they come to the door. Yeah.
That's I don't think that's
forceful.
true. Yeah, right. I know that I don't doubt that they try that, but I don't believe that's true because it has worked as an don't tell anybody. It has worked as an excuse for me in the past. Whether that was just because they didn't want to deal with it, I don't know.
Yeah.
In my defense, I don't watch NHK, so
no,
I'm not freeloading on it.
No.
たまに見るけどね。コロナ情報だったり気象情報だったり、まあ、一番わかりやすいのが、まあ、その会社の放送やけん、でもすごい焦った言い訳の言葉がこの家の持ち主じゃないんでちょっとわからないですってとりあえず言っちゃった。まあ本当のことやけん、まあ。
Yeah.
So, ne?
I wonder how often they can actually get money out of people when they come to the door. I don't know what the statistics are, but it sounds like everybody has an excuse.
YouTube で結構 NHK の 受信料を支払ってくださいっていう係員の撃退方法の動画見るの結構好きで。
そんなのあるの？
面白い面白い。でもなんか今日はあっさり帰ったから逆に私はなんかびっくりした。
普通結構
しつこいらしいね。
結構だって一回ドアまで来て、で私もその引っ越したばっかりだったからよく分からなくて、で足をドアの中に入れたからね。
へえ。
一人だって、お家に一人にいたのになんか
怖いね。
入ってきそうなってすごいびっくりしたことある。
私思いっきりドア開けた時あっちがびっくりしてたもん。
ね。
でも引っ越してすぐって言ったじゃん、舞ちゃん。あれ本当なんか私の友達も引っ越してすぐ最初の訪問客が NHK の受信料払えませんかって。
そうなの？
あれなんやろうね、怖くない？
ちょっと怖いね。
ね。
When I first moved here, one of the first people that came to the door was NHK here, and I wasn't really sure how it worked. So I was home alone, and the guy put his foot in the door and told me that I had to pay today. Like, it was pretty intense.
That's weird,
and
huh?
I was like, I'm like, look, I don't know how this works, so please come back on another day. And he I can't remember if he did or not, but yeah, it's just a bit awkward at times.
どっから情報が漏れてるのかなと思ってね。
わかんないよね。
ね。
It's weird to me that that's the way they collect the tax, I guess. And this is probably what really bothers people. Like, if it's a tax, if it's a proper tax, you know, just have it be paid like every other tax is paid, right? You get a bill that comes and you just pay it. Some random dude showing up and sticking his foot in your door to like try and pry his way in is like, it's not an appropriate way to kind of go about handling this, I think so.
まあみんな気をつけましょうとかじゃなくて、まあ払いましょうって言っていいのが正しいのかどうすればいいかちょっとここグレーゾーンやけん分からんけどね、逆にちょっと教えてほしい。みんなどんな風に対処してるか。
Yeah, the Konnichiwa Podcast Café doesn't recommend dodging your taxes, but in the case of NHK, let us know if you pay them or if you have found some creative ways to remain exempt.
です。
です。
All right.
実家は払ってるよ、ちゃんと。じゃあ、これにて、ポッドキャストカフェ、また次回お会いしましょう。じゃあねー。
Bye bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.